Hi there, and welcome to Seamlessly Connecting Financial Giants, partnering through API integration. Today, I want to talk about a team of people that are connecting the world's financial giants through partnerships, connecting the world's money like we've never done before. My name is Max Sadlowski. I'm a staff solutions engineer with Wise Platform, primarily focused on helping partners integrate with Wise's payments infrastructure. I'm also the CEO of Bento SMB, helping Shopify merchants globally integrate with third parties. Been working with APIs for about 15 years. Spent 10 years growing my own business and have now almost gotten to the point of 3 years working with Wise. So, if you're not familiar with Wise, I'll quickly talk about what Wise is. It's a technology company that is building the best way to move money around the world. So, to kind of paint this a little bit better, let me paint a picture for you. If you've ever done an international payment, either to friends, family, to your business, it's probably been pretty difficult to do. There's also a pretty good chance that you were charged a large fee, that fees may have been hidden in a really bad rate, and it may have taken days or weeks to reach your loved one or the business that it needed to. Or it could be a combination of all these three things. All of this is what Wise is solving and working to solve. And so Wise exists to solve all of those issues and make the world's money work. We have kind of these three phrases or these three terminologies of maximum ease, minimum fees, and full speed. And I'll talk to kind of each of those throughout the presentation today. To facilitate this, we have three key products. We have the Wise Account, the Wise Business, and Wise Platform. Today, I want to talk more about Wise Platform, though. Wise Platform is an incredible infrastructure of Wise that we make available to our amazing partners all around the world through our API. Wise Platform allows partners to tap into a lot of amazing things as well. They're able to move money instantly, 60% of the time. They're able to access to 65 different licenses, as well as 5 direct connections to local banking rails. We offer 40 different currencies in 160 plus countries, and we have over 5,500 people focused solely on cross-border payments. We proudly work with 90 partners already, and we're launching more all the time. Many of these partners you may already know, like Monzo right here in the United Kingdom, Bank Mandiri in Indonesia, N26 in Germany, and Nubank in Brazil, just to name a few of them. All of them tap into Wise Platform, and all of them get the benefits of the Wise Platform network effect. Now, what is this network effect and how does that work? Well, let's take a look at some examples. As you can see, Monzo here in the UK has over 10 million customers that regularly need to send money globally. Directly inside the Monzo app, it's become very easy to do. They go through a few forms to fill out some information on who they're going to be sending the funds to and why they're sending the funds. Then they initiate a transfer all within seconds. That then arrives within seconds over to the Wise Platform API. And we use the information that we've collected from Monzo to move and facilitate that payment. Because of the trusted network partner and the speed of FPS, it lets us settle the funds instantly from Monzo into the network. And then we move our direction to paying this out. Now, this customer at Monzo, for example, has a friend in Brazil, and they want to send that money to their friend in Brazil. So they ask them for their Pix information, and Pix is an instant rail that's available within Brazil. They then fill out that information, send it to Wise Platform. Wise then makes the Brazilian real available to the Nubank side, and that allows us to pay out to that Nubank account. Wise instructs a Pix. It lands in the customer's account within 20 seconds after the customer had said transfer. In this model as well, neither participant ever needs to know anything about Wise or that Wise was involved. They just see fast payments very quickly. Now, you may be quite used to this, and other people that you know may be quite used to this kind of experience of fast money moving. But for a lot of people, this pain point still exists. This is the heart of what makes Wise what it is, and it's the foundation of the network effect that Wise Platform provides. Now, we want to extend this even further, right? The ability to use instant rails in these countries makes this less powerful, but what about countries that don't have instant rails? Good example is Canada. Here we can continue to leverage partnerships, and we use EQ Bank as one of our partners. We have a trusted settlement model that allows us to keep our network fast and reducing the fees, as well as constantly adding new partners in those locations. On top of this, we also go through and add two more ways of extending the network. The first is we add direct connections to local fast rails. The example here is fast payments in Singapore. What this does is instantly spread out our fast network reach to almost every bank in Singapore. We can then operate securely and compliantly at speed by tapping into these local rails. That allows us to reduce fees and deliver funds faster. We also tap into Wise itself. Wise having 16 million individuals and businesses, all of them are automatically tapped into our network. Any connected individual or business then is tapped into the Wise platform network effect as well. This allows us to instantly, compliantly, and cheaply send money all around the world. All of these connections result in us being the world's best real-time payments network. We work tirelessly to do this and to expand our network to make it better and better every day. Now, as this is API days, it's very important for us to talk about the REST API that Wise Platform has. It's a reliable, scalable, secure, and developer-friendly. It's critical to the overall experience of Wise Platform, and partners demand the very best when it comes to an API. So let's look at a few key areas that resonate the most with our partners. The first is what I like to call instant error-free transfers. The design of our APIs is very specific about making sure that we collect the right information when setting up the transfer all the time, every time. This helps us deliver funds quickly with fewer manual interventions. And it's something we track and we call our straight-through processing rate. From the previous slides, you may have seen that we have 40 different currencies and 160 different countries. All of these places have different requirements and structures to the local payments and how we make local payments. Those requirements also change quite frequently. We also add new routes all the time. We add new currencies, and we may add new countries. So these requirements change on a regular basis. But we can't continue to ask our partners to just update things on a regular basis. So we created something called dynamic forms. And remember, one of the phrases we used before was maximum ease. We created this system called dynamic forms to maximize the ease of implementation and the ongoing support that's needed, ensuring that we're collecting the right information the first time, every single time. So this screen is a quick snapshot of what we call our dynamic forms sandbox UI. There's a QR code there that you can scan. You can go and take a look at or copy the URL. But on the left-hand side is the processed form data, and on the right-hand side is the JSON response from our API. It's all built on a static API contract, so there's no surprises as you implement it. And while it's a bit of a lift to build, it's a system that you can set and forget. When we add a new currency, it's instantly supported. When a new requirement comes in for a certain country or route, it's also instantly supported. There's no updates needed. The form's also smart, so it only requests the information that's actually needed at that point. And as you provide information to validate, and it'll ask any additional information that's needed based on those initial questions and answers. This not only reduces the customer input to only the required date or the required information, but it also means that there's reduced churn and the customers don't have to provide anything extra. Again, going back to that idea of maximum ease. And so in the Monzo app, when you're going and sending to the EU, to the US, or to Australia, you get different forms with different information and request the different information based on the type of payment that you want to make. This form is accurate every single time, and anytime a change happens, it's automatically fed back through the API in that static API contract and delivered in a dynamic way. So As I mentioned, this idea of straight through processing is very important to us. Well, this build, the dynamic forms, allows us to have a 99.5% straight through processing. This is a massive selling point for Wise Platform, and it means that all of our payments, or 99.5% of our payments, go through our system instantly from a point of collecting the right data at the right time. Customers and partners love this because it allows us to hit that 60% and more for instant delivery of those funds. This is just the beginning, though, right? We need to still be able to deliver fast after we collect that information. And it's not the only thing that goes into our straight through processing. The second piece is how we settle funds instantly. To do that, we have a lot of flexible settlement schemes. So not only do we do things like transfer by transfer, which allows us to easily connect individual transfers and fund them through fast rails, but we also have a lot of other ways with trusted settlement schemes when needed. Again, all of these schemes are available through our APIs, so it's really easy to build in and make this available to a partner. So as I mentioned, we like to rely on instant local rails when we can. Faster payments, PIX, Singapore Fast, and SEPA Instant in the EU. These are all rails that allow us to deliver funds directly to Wise Platform immediately, as well as move them out to banks and people in the regions very instantly. But not all regions have these instant rails. So instead, we have another model, or one of the other models is a net settlement model. It takes into account both transfers sent into the bank's network and those received from the network. Net settlement then completes often on a daily basis. This particular diagram just goes and shows just one of the ways we do that integration. But it's not the only settlement approach we have. We also offer other settlement methods. And what I want to critically kind of call out here is all of them are API driven. Journals that allow us to understand how much needs to be paid on that particular day get submitted over an API. We get real-time feedback on those journals with secure webhooks that trigger instant refunds and payments when needed. Now, with all this, you may be wondering, how do we keep this all secure? Partners ask us this every single time as well, which brings me to my third point about our API. The Wise Platform Network has ironclad security. Everyone watching this presentation knows that there's an increased need for more advanced and sophisticated security mechanisms. The risks are increasing on a daily basis with any API system, but especially in the finance and payment section area. So we also, though, need to remember our core principles, specifically maximum ease and full speed. To do that, we start with some fundamental security practices. We employ MTLS for secure encrypted connections. We have IP allow listing and geofencing, and we use JWS and JWE to support application level signing and encryption. Many other industry standard practices are also added, but none of this is particularly special. It's really a minimum requirement in the space. So what is important here is that we bring all of this to our partners via APIs instead of through other mechanisms. We use APIs to maximize the ease and provide an even higher level of security. Programmatic API security allows the admin of the security to be handled all through secure APIs and unique processes. This means that things like credentials are never seen by a human, certificates are never found in a Git repo, and nothing's ever in someone's email account. It also allows partners to manage through code, through secure enclaves and siloed vaults, as well as the ability to add even more separation of duties, easily providing a maximum ease for our partners. It becomes stronger, tougher, and better security through this method. So dynamic forms provide easy error-free transfers. The flexible settlement schemes ensure the speed is there, and the tight API-driven security makes it really easy to secure and maintain a secure connection. Overall, it's a great experience for a Wise Platform API, and we constantly boost that network effect because we're able to onboard faster. This is just a small subset of what partners love about Wise Platform. If you've been to the past API days or watched my past presentation, you may have caught me talking about our documentation site. We rebuilt it a few years ago, and I previously discussed why we invested in it and how we did it. I invite you all to take a look at it and check out more because it'll give you more information on what the Wise Platform API does and how it works. But this is where I dial up my pitch a bit. We actually need your help. My goal today is to explain how we connect financial giants for sure, but it's also to get you excited about what we're doing. I work at Wise because we have challenging problems. I work with an amazing, smart group of people. We have a really strong mission and culture, and we help everyday people every day. We need more people to help us build, manage, and grow the Wise Platform network effect, though. It's also not just Wise Platform, it's Wise as well. Wise Platform depends on the great things that Wise does. We've had 13 years solving problems, and we have many more problems to solve. I would invite you to visit the Wise Jobs page. There's a QR code here on your screen now. Take a look at the open roles, connect with us, connect with myself. Feel free to connect. Ask why other people love Wise when you see them use their bright green card in stores, or check out the Wise job site for more information. Thank you very much.